Hey, thanks for joining the call today. We have on the phone with us Tim from New Orleans. Tim has been with Wave Electronics for 5 years. Also important to this call, Tim has been in the commercial and audio business, audio integration business for 25 years. He spent 10 years as an owner operator running his own business. Hi, Tim. Thanks for joining the call.
How you doing?
Good, man. How's things in New Orleans today?
It's rainy actually. We're supposed to have a pretty nasty storm come through here, but yeah,
Uh,
other than that, good.
we have a lot of guests already popping up. They want to ask you questions. They're just going to have to wait.
Yep.
Tim, as you know, the call today is because we have an awful lot of dealers that are hearing about commercial audio. Wave is working on a whole new line for Elura in the commercial audio space.
Yep.
And some of those dealers are brand new. You know, they've been doing alarms and audio and whatever else they do. And commercial audio kind of sounds like a little bit of a scary phrase. Can you define commercial, pro, home audio? Give us a breakdown of what it actually means to a dealer.
Well, they cross paths a lot, and people tend to intertwine the two. But realistically, home audio is anything that's two-channel right and left audio, multi-zones, multi-sources, maybe 5.1 and surround sound type setups in certain rooms of a home. But everything's done in stereo, right and left audio, covering relatively small rooms. And when I say small rooms, I'm talking about, even a large den in a home, which is usually covered with some sort of a surround sound system, is multi-channeled. Whereas we get into large rooms, 5, 6, 10,000 square feet, you can't cover that with traditional home audio. You can't use stereo right and left audio and effectively get coverage in these areas. And that's where commercial audio comes in. Commercial audio is slightly different in the fact that, one, it's mono, it's not stereo. And it's done through a different wiring schematic. So instead of running individual pairs of wires to each individual driver, with commercial audio, you can run one two conductor of a small gauge and cover and hit 30, 40 speakers with that single two conductor.
Gotcha. So before we get too deep into the technical part of it,
Sure.
why is it that one of the current wave audio integrators, security guys, why should they be excited and considering getting into this space?
Well, mainly because they're already in these spaces, but on the security side, they're selling them
Got
cameras, they're selling them a security system for their restaurant or their retail establishment, and it's value added. They're going to be the same customer, so they don't have to do any more advertising. They don't have to spend any more money on getting a new client. They already have the clients. They just need to expand what they're selling their clients. And once they understand commercial audio, it's simple. It's very easy. They're already climbing through the ceiling tiles to pull wires for their cameras and to pull
got it.
wires for their alarm system. Why not pull an extra two conductor and put an audio system in?
Right. And so let me. A question popped up here. What about those that say, the 70 volt or the commercial audio just doesn't sound very good? What do you say to that?
Well, so you hear that a lot in circles, and let's be realistic. Most of your commercial audio, when I say most, 80 to 90% of it is background music. Okay, we're not cranking this up. We're not putting on a record or vinyl, and we're listening for all the nuances in a particular album that I love. Right, we're
Right.
trying to cover a space evenly and make the listening experience good for everybody in the building. So I'm not sitting under a speaker at a table in a restaurant and getting blown out while the person three tables over can't hear anything. So the idea behind commercial audio is more about even coverage. Now, when they say bad audio, well, what they're talking about is commercial audio does have a shortcoming when it comes to bass, low frequencies. It has to do with the transformers that are on the speakers themselves. And the bottom line is, modern transformers, past 20 years, are built way better than the ones that were built 30, 40 years ago. You get wonderful sound quality out of 70 volt speakers. And if that extra bass reinforcement is needed, there are ways to combat that.
And so I hate to say it this way, but somebody who's complaining about the audio doesn't sound very good, could very well be a business owner that their last experience was 20 years ago before the transformer had been evolved to
Improved, better amps,
now
sure.
is a little bit more sound quality.
Or it was done wrong. So
Got it. Yeah.
I've seen that too.
Okay, so let me just double check. So you said more speakers, more power. That's perfect. But can you talk a little bit about the buzzwords that we all keep hearing bantered around? You know, transformers, taps. It sounds complicated, and if I'm a business owner, it sounds like I'm going to have an inventory ad and more stuff in my trucks and vans. What do you say about this?
So it's actually less stuff. And that's the beauty
Oh,
of commercial audio because of the fact that I can take a single 6.5-inch in ceiling speaker and use that on almost every job. And
wow.
that speaker has what you call taps on it. So the
Okay,
speaker can be tapped at 1.5 watts for very low output. It can be tapped it up, depending on the speaker, 60 watts for very high output,
okay,
all on that same run. So you can have
yeah,
an area that may have higher ceilings. So you tap those at a higher wattage.
yeah.
And then you have lower ceilings, you tap those at lower wattage, all on the same 1-2 conductor wire with one amplifier.
Got it. And I know that we're not looking at product today, but I mean, you don't have a tap laying around there. The back of a speaker either usually has a spade connector or a push plug. What physically does a tap look like?
So actually, it's funny you say that. I'm literally sitting next to a 70-volt speaker.
Oh, perfect.
And let's see if I can get this wire up here. So on this particular speaker, you'll notice that it has multiple wires. It's not
Yeah.
just a stereo. There is a red and a black, by the way. That's your traditional 8 ohm. But
Okay.
now we have all these other colors. There's a orange, a blue, a green, and a yellow.
Got
So
it.
by connecting my positive wire to one of these different colors, it taps it at a different wattage.
Got
Now,
it.
on other speakers, like a lot of your surface mount speakers or in-ceiling speakers, it's just a rotary knob where you select 8
Wow.
ohms or click it over to the different wattages. And
But
it's usually done from the front very easily. So you can do it once you've installed the whole system. You can go
yeah,
in and tweak it. Like this one's a little hot. I'm going to go turn this one down to 1.5 watts.
got it. That's great.
Simple.
Okay, so my next question is about system design. So if
Sure.
my staff, if my team, my technicians haven't done system design, how difficult is that going to be to kind of start to implement in my business?
So, well, that's one of the beauties of Wave. So at Wave, they could call us, the guys behind the counter at all our branches, and give us the layout, bring us blueprints, take some pictures. I always tell people to take as many pictures as you can when you're on a job site. That way you can text me some pictures. We can help you design your first one or your second one. It's
Yeah.
fine. But I'm telling you, once you do one, you'll be able to rock and roll for the rest of them without having to call me for any help, unless it's something that's a little different. But for the most part, just call one of our sales guys and we can help you through
Okay.
that.
And then once this system is put in, what is the upkeep of I mean, any different than a security customer or any other audio customer? It seems like, if this is a bar and there's a hostess and there's a night bar guy and there's a lot of people putting their hands on it, do I need to go in once a month and do a service call? I mean, what's that look like?
No. Well, so really the only thing about the systems is keeping them clean. So they do, like anything, a piece of electronics, they track dust, but just keep the system clean. Other than that, the commercial audio systems are designed to run extended periods of times, 16 hours a day for 10
Yeah.
years. And that's the other big advantage is heavy
Okay.
duty.
All right. So going back to how to start, if I'm a dealer uh, and I'm already doing business with Wave, or I'm a brand new customer hearing this message and I want to get in, what's the next step? What do I do?
If you want to get into doing commercial audio,
Right.
just sell your first job with confidence and come ask us all the questions afterwards.
All right.
Obviously, we can do a lot of pre-sales questions before you guys go on a walkthrough with a client.
Yeah.
But then by all means, just hit us back immediately with any questions. And once we can hear the questions you're getting, we can help you with the answers to overcome those questions or objectives and make the sale.
Cool. I saw something in the on the website. There was an email, I don't know, right around New Year's or maybe right after Christmas, about a VIP and some VIP access. What do I need to do about getting access to some of this early information?
So ask your sales representative. We can send you the link to go and click on it. It's going to sign you up, and you're going to start getting some updates and emails on some new product that's going to be coming in through Wave Electronics that we've been designing and engineering. Stuff should be coming in soon. Actually, we should start seeing some of the new product. But yes, that's just ask one of your sales associates for the link, and we can email it to you.
Okay. Well, I think that it seems like it's, I don't want to say automated, but it sounds like it's pretty easy to get started
Yep.
and pretty easy to be successful with, the Wave team in the branch, Wave team, in email, over the phone. Uh, what what do I need to do to, because I know that we have a Premier program. So what's
Yep.
the application? How is this product category going to integrate with the Premier program?
So it is going to roll into the Premier program under the master brand umbrella of products, because this will all be master branded products. So you will get that into the Premier program. Um, Currently, we don't have any other commercial lines that are involved in the Premier program, but
Oh,
all
cool.
that stuff's going to be coming up soon.
Okay. Well, that's cool. What else? What else would you? I mean, I know that there's a lot of technical stuff that we could get into, and certainly we can do a second episode of this conversation, maybe with a little bit more technical dive.
Sure,
But
absolutely.
what do you what do you want to tell dealers? What do they need to know to feel
Don't
good? Do you want them to call your cell phone if they have questions?
Absolutely.
Okay. Uh,
um, don't be afraid. It's one of those things where once you've done one or two, the fear is gone. You're like, just it's again, it's something new, and we come across that in all fields of low voltage, from security to home
sure.
audio to automation. It's just you got to get over that hump. You do one job, and you'll be like, oh, it's that easy. There's tons of stuff out there that people just they don't understand it, so they just don't want to sell it. And I can give you all the confidence in the world to sell it and install it, and I guarantee you, once you do one, you'll be sold. It's just so much better at doing the job for these small, medium, and large commercial installations.
And I got to tell you, the way you just said that, you do one and now you're going to do 10, because
Yeah,
the thing I find cool is, you mentioned restaurants. I know that my dentist has a system that sounds terrible, so he could benefit. I
sure,
don't think they do any paging, but you see my point.
right.
And I guess that other business owners start to see that convenience and that kind of high end presentation of nice background music and a
Yep,
hostess mic that can do the ducking. uh,
yep.
one system well done is going to lead to probably enough work to get another truck.
Absolutely, it will. And then the other thing too is, we've talked about security guys getting into this business, but the other
Yeah,
thing too is we have a lot of clients that are just home audio video guys,
yeah,
and something they need to understand about getting into commercial is, you know, an average size home, you might sell 10, 12 pairs of speakers, maybe, and that's a big house, 10, 12 pairs. Commercial audio can be 30, 40 speakers, right?
wow,
All done on a single daisy chain or multiple daisy chains.
yeah,
You're selling a lot more product that's at a really, really good margin.
yeah,
Sometimes better margin than you see in the residential side.
right,
So even for our guys that mostly do home audio video, this is a great thing to expand into. And they probably have clients who are home audio clients that own businesses. So
right,
again,
right.
you're just hitting your same clientele. You're not spending money going out marketing your company. You already have the customers. Just sell them more stuff.
Yep,
That's all I'm saying.
yep. Nope, it sounds great. Well, man, I look forward to having another conversation, a little more technical, for the
Sure.
dealers that really want to do that. I hope that you'll
Yeah.
be available to that. Maybe we could do that next week.
Sure.
Um, but I sure appreciate your time, and I wish I was having lunch with you. I would enjoy an etouffee with some shrimp in it today.
Oh, that's like normal dinner at my house.
I'm not gonna find that in Scottsdale. I'll tell you that.
I can ship you some frozen stuff.
Hey, that could be a thing.
Oh yeah, it
All right,
is.
thanks, brother.
All right, buddy, you got it.
See you, man. Bye.
Bye.